Hi folks, Eric here from Ready Vineyards, and I'm happy to introduce you to our Valentine's Day wine bundle. This is a perfect curated set of 3 different wines that's terrific to share with your loved one this Valentine's Day. It has 3 different styles of wine, so something really for everybody, and you can use it for a lot of different types of food pairings, chocolate pairings, and just something to have a lot of fun with this Valentine's Day. In this set, you have our signature rosé, our Bordeaux style blend, and a semi-sweet red as well that's perfect to close out the night as a dessert wine. And I'll walk you through the wines and give you a little bit more information about each so that you can listen along as you are enjoying your wine with your loved one. First is our signature rosé. This is a Provençal style rosé. It is a blend of predominantly Cinsault, Mourvedre, and then a pinch of Merlot in there as well. This was a gold medal winner at the 37th annual Lone Star Wine Competition and was also best in class rosé at this year's Houston Rodeo Uncorked International Wine Competition. So this is a wine that we're very excited to share with you, and I know that you're going to enjoy. It's a small production wine as well, like all of the Ready Vineyards wines that we make. All these wines, of course, are 100% estate grown and produced, and really are farm to table specialties that we're excited to share with you. Now, just look at the color of this rosé. It's absolutely gorgeous. Almost has a little bit of a salmon hue. Go ahead and give it a swirl, give it a sip. And I think what you'll find about this rosé is that the aroma is just leaping out of the glass. It's very aromatic, sort of captivates you and gets you just excited to take that first sip and then the next sip after that. It has flavors of strawberry and raspberry, a little bit of red apple as well, some nice bright acidity. And keep in mind too, this is a dry wine. So while it is pink in the bottle and pink in the glass, this is something that can be enjoyed really for any occasion and is a terrific sipper for those who enjoy lighter style reds or white wines even, especially if you're not used to drinking rosés. This is a great way to get introduced into that category. It's got that nice crisp acidity too. And rosé for me is one of my favorites to pair with a variety of different cuisines because it's so versatile. You could do so many different things with rosé. You could use it as almost an aperitif, something that is just great to sip on as you're prepping dinner or as you're entertaining guests or sharing some time with your loved one on Valentine's Day. But then is also an exceptional option to pair with salads or light appetizers. You could pair it with fish dishes as well, or poultry or pork. So you can do a lot of different things with rosé, and I'd really encourage you to experiment with rosé and see all that you can do with it. Also, when you're thinking Valentine's Day, I think chocolate as well. And while some folks are hesitant about pairing wine and chocolate, I really encourage you to experiment with it and try it out. And I think more often than not, the pairings are really successful. Rosé is interesting when it comes to chocolate. And for me, I think it pairs best with white chocolate. White chocolate is on the sweeter end of the spectrum. And because of that, you want something that will cut that a little bit and complement the sweetness. And rosé does exactly that. It's got that nice acidity, and that dry characteristic will help complement and taper a little bit of that sweetness and really be a harmonious pairing that I think you're going to enjoy. The second wine in our bundle is our Bordeaux blend. This wine is our 2019 TX BDX. This is a Merlot-dominated blend, but there's also other traditional Bordeaux varietals blended in here too. Some Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and a little bit of Petit Verdot and Malbec in here too. This is a big, bold style wine. This is perfect for a special dinner with your loved ones. Bacon-wrapped fillets or a nice ribeye. Would be a great pairing for something that's smoked or barbecued or grilled. You can tell right away just by looking at this wine, it's bold and dark in color. And those are a lot of the characteristics that you're going to get from this wine in particular. So give it a swirl, a sniff, and a sip. And that wine is awesome. Again, it's aromatic, which is pretty unique for red wines. It just brings you into the glass, and then on the palate, right away, you feel that it's weighty. It's a full-bodied wine. It's got really nice structure and good tannin on the finish, so it gives that nice textural element to the wine as well. And then the flavor's just awesome. You get just rich fruit characteristics, a lot of dark fruit in this wine in particular. Black cherry, blackberry, and there are spicy undertones here that just give more complexity and layers and depth to the wine. So again, this is a great food pairing for a nice steak dinner at home with your loved one. But you could also use this too to pair with chocolate and have some fun with that. For me, I like the big bold dark wines with bittersweet chocolate or like a dark chocolate. You know, dark chocolate tends to be on the more bitter end of the spectrum. And this wine in particular, I think would be a great pairing because while it is a bit bolder and has some of those shared characteristics, it also is rich in its fruit flavors too. And it almost gives you like this impression of sweetness, just this really juicy, unctuous blackberry and black cherry characteristic that will actually help counter the bitterness of the dark chocolate. So I think that's going to be a fun pairing for you on Valentine's Day. A great way to start the meal and then transition into dinner as well. The final wine in our trio is our TX Lovers Semi-Sweet Red Blend. So just as the name says, this is a great wine for a couple of lovers on Valentine's Day. This is a semi-sweet wine, so it's a great option to close out the night. Something that can serve as a dessert wine, or if you just have a preference for semi-sweet or wine on the sweeter side, this is one that I know you're going to love. Even though it is a little bit on the sweeter side, this is really a wine that we made with all wine drinkers in mind. I myself am more of a fan of dry wines in general, but this is a wine that I enjoy drinking as well, just because it has a hint of sweetness. It's not cloying or sugary, it just really has that nice balance, and the flavors are remarkable as well. The color in this, you could tell, is a little bit lighter than the Bordeaux blend that you tried. Almost has a cherry, red cherry kind of color to it. And you get a lot of that flavor characteristic in this wine too. So go ahead, give it a swirl and give it a taste. And that's just delicious. Just again, that right hint of sweetness. Almost just like ripe fruit that you're picking right off the tree or right off the bush or the vine, and gives you just an amazing finish to it as well. It's soft, it's easy to drink, and this is a great way to close out dinner as well. This wine too pairs very well with milk chocolate. Milk chocolate in the middle between the white chocolate and the dark chocolate that we talked about. Just soft and sort of creamy, and has that nice little sweetness to it. This is a wine that would really pair well with milk chocolate. So I think you'll have a lot of fun with this wine and all the wines in the trio. You could find all of our wines at readyvineyards.com. And I would encourage you to continue to explore the vast assortment of different wines that we have to offer. We have 18 different wines in our portfolio, so you'll really find something for everybody. And we look forward to showing you these wines, sharing them with you, and I hope you enjoy sharing them with your loved one on Valentine's Day. Cheers.